Good afternoon, YouTubers, friends, family, RVers. RV Debs here. It's Saturday afternoon, and I have a very quiet day going on so far. Just watching James Bond movies and cleaning up the place, and I think I'm going to head to the St. Patrick's Church tonight for bingo. That's going to be different. I've never been there, and it's close. It's in Robertsdale. What else? That just gives me something to do. I really do. You know, it's either that or painting. And I just did that one painting of the horse, and that already sold. So that was pretty fast. I really like my painting of the horse, too. I almost, you know, the old me would not have sold most of the paintings, but the new me, I can't keep them all anyway. And anyway, just thought I would start the day with a little bit of videoing. Hoping you're all doing well, having a good weekend. I've been in a pretty quiet mood. I'm craving to have, you know, conversations and friendships, but you guys are my friends. You're my communication and my friends. So tonight, I'll go to bingo at the church, which is different than the one I went to. Because the one I went to is like nightly bingo, and they're big business there. Costs money, they got the machines. I think the church just has your regular dab paper bingo, and that sounds good. So wish me luck, and I will get back with you later to let you know how I did. And thanks for the comments. I've tried to answer most of them. And I pretty much feel the same way you do in regards to, you know, dating online and being so careful. But today I can understand why you would go online, because it is hard to meet somebody in person, especially if you're alone and you don't have a circle of friends around, you know, or you're not. I don't go to the malls, and I don't go to bars and clubs. I'm not really that type of a person. So, and this so far is not that great either, but at least I'm looking, and you never know. No one's really caught my eye to the point where I would, you know, make a date, and no one's asked me. So, and the ones that asked me, I said no thanks. The one guy I did write a note to say that I was interested in meeting him, and he wrote back, and he was from Pensacola, Florida, which I'm telling you is, you know, 30-minute drive and you're there. He said Robertsdale was too far. That was all he said. He didn't say, I don't think you're attractive, or I don't, no thank you. It was just, Robertsdale is too far. So I thought, well, that's funny, because I'm pretty close to Pensacola. Not my kind of guy. Heck. There was a time when my husband was working, and he was like in Virginia at the Air Force Base working, and he would drive all night to meet me somewhere in Florida where I was doing an arts and crafts show and staying at a hotel. He would drive and he would knock at the door, you know, at like 1 in the morning, and it was so nice. It was wonderful. Those were good old days. Those were the days that Kathy, my partner, she would go and open up the craft booth like on Saturday or Sunday morning, and just start working without me. And then I, you know, after a while, Mark would drop me off at the arts and crafts show, and then he'd get back on the road and head back either to Virginia or Tampa or wherever he was stationed, you know, working in HVAC. But anyway, that's the kind of guy that I want, that would go out of his way to make sure he saw me. So, I have high expectations, I know. And I'll probably wind up just being alone because I am particular. And that's how it is. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. Talk to you soon. Hello. Hi, YouTubers. Okay, I'm on my way to St. Patrick's, not church, they call it. I already forgot. Anyway, it is a church though. Parish. St. Patrick's Parish. For bingo night, I thought I would try it again. That's where I'm at. Real swinging place. All alone at my table. Hope I win. Then it'll be worth it. Hi, YouTubers. I'm home, and I didn't win at bingo. It was fun, though. I'd go back again, maybe. Anyway, Kat's coming. My best friend is coming on Tuesday. So I won't really feel like doing anything like that for a while. I gotta tell you, earlier in the beginning when I was in the car and I was driving, and I think you could tell on my face that something strange was happening. You might want to check that out again. I was hearing in like the back seat, only real small, the sound of two men talking. Like as if they were a ham radio or a radio, but I didn't have a radio on. And I kept hearing it. And I heard it after I stopped the video. I heard it a few more times, but I couldn't stop the car because I was going to stop the car to find out where that was coming from. It was the very, 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 weird. I've got my radio on, I'm videoing, I turned my radio down and I'm videoing and I'm hearing, and you can hear, if you listen, you can hear. It was like the sound of two men talking, and it was I'll tell you, I still am kind of freaked out by it. I have no idea what I was hearing. I'm in a car, in the truck. There's no other radio on. But I'm hearing like a two-way conversation with a very small voice coming from like the back seat. But it wasn't really like loud enough to be human in the back seat. It was like a radio signal. Very, very weird. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. I didn't hear it on the way home, thank God, because it was raining really hard after I got out of the bingo place, the church, and it was pouring out. And very dark. I don't normally drive home, in the back roads at night, but I didn't hear the voices, thank goodness. That would have really set me over. It was like Twilight Zone. Really. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here, and I hope you all had a good evening. I didn't win, but I would say that it was an enjoyable bingo. It got out about 9 o'clock, so it wasn't too late. I guess I'm not having too much luck in bingoing right now, so maybe the next time. But Kathy is coming Tuesday, and we'll have lots of fun talking and a lot of communication, and that's what I need right now, is a good friend. So you get what you need in life. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. Peace out.